Want to find out what skill mods you should keep and what skill mods you should delete? Well, in today's video, we're going to go over every single skill mod and let you guys know what to delete and what to keep. This is LaserBolt. Today we're going to be talking about inventory management. If you haven't watched my gear and weapon inventory management, highly recommend you guys definitely check out that video. That video is going to tell you what weapons to keep, what gears to keep. So definitely check that out. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But today we're going to be talking about skill mods. Now, if you guys would like to see a gear mod video on what gear mods to keep and what ones to delete, let's get this video to 1,000 likes and we'll try to get this video out for you guys as quickly as we possibly can. But right now we're going to be talking about skill mods. So skill mods, if you guys don't know, are mods that you're able to add to your specific skills. So let's take a look at the skills we have available. We have a pulse, a turret, a hive, a cam launcher, firefly, seeker mine, a drone, and a shield. Now, if you guys go to your inventory, you're going to have a total of 100 slots that you're able to add or keep mods that you think are very viable for you for your skill mods. Now, I believe after the update that goes live this week, we're going to be seeing a lot of skill builds. Now, trust me, guys, when I tell you guys, skill builds are going to be very predominant with the new title update that we're getting. So you're going to want to make sure that you're keeping the right skills. You're getting rid of the skills that aren't going to be viable. So you want to make sure you know what to delete and what to keep. And that's what we're going to be factoring. So let's take a look at the screen. We have a total of 8 different skills. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is sort out the skills that you think are more beneficial for you guys. Now, the reason why I say this is because there's always going to be that 10% that likes to play with different skills that other people don't like to play. So there's a specific skill that you like to play with. Keep that in mind when I say this. Now, for those of you who like to go with the meta and like to keep skills that are actually going to be very beneficial for you for PvP and PvE, let's take a look at the ones we want. So first and foremost, one skill that I like to always recommend is a turret, especially for PvE content. Then we have the hive. This is going to be for PvE and PvP. We have the cam launcher, PvP and PvE. And we have the seeker mine for PvP and PvE. Those are by far my favorite 4 out of all the skill mods that are currently available. So I would definitely put this in a tier 1 category. Now for the tier 2 category, which are the ones that I also like, but I don't see them to be super duper viable unless you're going for a specific skill build, is going to be the drone and it's going to be the pulse. Now those are the ones that I put in a tier 2 category. If you guys like to use a pulse just to give you that extra damage, that's a very effective way. If you guys like to use the drone for a bomb, for a bomb skill guide or a bomb build, then this is definitely a really good one to go. But I would put this in tier 2. Now, as far as my tier 3 category, it's going to be the firefly and the shield. Now, for those of you who don't know what tiers are, these are the ones that I feel that are not too viable. If it's a tier 3, some people might use it, but it's not going to be so effective. Tier 2 means that it's still a viable option, but tier 1s are the ones you want to go with. So let's talk about the inventory and what we're going to be looking at. So let's go to my inventory right here and take a look what I have available as far as mods. So I have 95 out of 100. Now remember, in this slot, we also have gear mods that we're able to keep in the slot. So managing our inventory is going to be crucial because you have to kind of divide this between gear mods and skill mods. So let's take a look at our mods. Now, our mods are divided between each individual skill. We have the pulse skill, which is the one that's going to be for the, of course, for the pulse. Then we have the turret skill. We have the hive, the chem launcher, the firefly, the seeker mine, the drone, and the shield. Now, here is what we will suggest. I would suggest, if you guys are following this video, me personally, I would delete everything that is not a tier 1 and a tier 2. So, for example, if I go down here to the shield, let me go all the way down here to the shield. If I go down to the shield, I'm going to see that I have a couple of shield mods available that I really don't use. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. And we're just going to highlight those and have those for deletion because we have a total of 4. We don't use a shield as of currently right now. It is not meta. It is not that effective. Doesn't mean it doesn't work. It's just not something that you would prefer over any other skill. So right there, we eliminated 4. Now, another thing I would do is go to the firefly option, and I would delete any fireflies that I have. So I have 2. Boom, deleted, right? We got those out of the way. So right there, we cleared out 6 inventory slots. Now, we're going to be looking at our tier 2s. If you don't do any tier 2s, which is going to be the drone, and it's going to be how do you call it, the pulls, you could delete those. I'm keeping these because I'm working on a build that you guys are definitely gonna like for the drone, so I'm gonna be keeping these. So as you guys see there, we got rid of tier 2 and tier 3 stuff that we don't want. Now it's gonna be talking about tier 1. So we're gonna get started with the first one, which is gonna be our turret. Now the turret comes with a couple of different sets of stats that are kind of beneficial. So we have this one that says cooldown reduction, right? We have another one that's going to give us duration. So cooldown reduction is how fast you're able to get the turret back up. We have duration. How long is that turret going to stay active? We have another cooldown reduction. We have extra mortar ammo, and we have extra mortar, cooldown reduction, health, and cooldown reduction. Let's see if we have any other thing here. So this is extra mortar. This is damage, and we have damage. Okay, so when you guys go to this inventory, we're going to go over and I'm going to tell you the ones you want to keep. Cooldown reduction, you want to keep anything that's cooldown reduction. Right now, the reason we're keeping this is because this is at a 15%. So you always want to make sure you check which one has the most percentile. That is the one you're going to want to keep. Now, duration, I would keep this one because it is actually a pretty high duration. Not too much in favor because we're not talking about what we're going to be using for the turrets. We're just talking about stuff that you want to keep. Cooldown reduction, we got another one at 14. Extra mortar, we're going to delete that one because we don't really run mortar when it comes to the turret. You're either running flames or you're running the the assault rifle, right? So delete that one right there. Cooldown reduction, we got another one. We have another one with health. Now remember, health is how long it's going to be able to absorb bullets. It's not that important because people are not technically shooting your turret. The majority that you want to be looking out for is for the ones that give you more duration and give you cooldown reduction. So right there, we're deleting that one as well. We're going extra mortar. That's getting deleted too. Why is this not getting deleted? Okay, so this is for my demolition. So we're going to keep that. That's getting deleted right here. Then we have damage. We're going to delete that too. And we have damage. That's getting deleted as well. Now that we got rid of the turret, let's take a look at the hive. So the hive comes with the following. It comes with damage, cooldown reduction, duration, and it also comes with a charge. So for this one in particular, you're going to be looking for two things. You're going to be looking out for the following. You're going to be looking for cooldown reduction, which is we're going to like to keep that. We want to reduce the cooldown on how fast we're able to get this one back. We also want to make sure that our hive has a very extended duration of time because we're going to want to make sure we keep that. So we're looking for duration and we're looking for cooldown reduction. We're going to be getting rid of damage because the majority of people who are using hives are only using it to drop down a heal. So remember, you want to make sure that your charge is pretty high and you want to make sure that your duration is actually pretty high as well. So right there, we clear that out of the way. Now let's take a look at the chem launcher. So for the chem launcher, we have the following. We have damage. Now the chem launcher has two primary factors that people use it. One is to heal and one is to output damage. Depending on which category you fall in, you're going to want to make sure you keep the following. Now me personally, I run both. So we're going to want to keep damage. Of course, we're going to look for the one that has the highest damage attribute. Remember, it all depends what skill requirement it has. So for example, the one with the 24 damage, it requires 24 skills. And the one with the 14.6 damage requires 1.5 skills on my skill power. So you want to make sure you keep it, in a leeway of what works, what doesn't work, and what benefits you the most as far as how much skill power you have. So we're keeping damage. Ensnare health, we're going to get rid of that. We have heal. Remember, healing is going to be predominant because you're going to be using the chem launcher to heal. So you want to make sure you keep the heal. You want to make sure you keep the damage. Now, me personally, my tier 1, my number 1 pick is this right here. It's ammo. The reason why ammo is important is because this is going to give me a +5 ammo. So that means I'm going to have multiple shots in my chem launcher to actually keep this. So this right here to me is a golden one, the +5. Highly recommend this one. You could even go ahead and put a little star in it. I don't know if you could, but you would definitely want to make sure you don't delete anything that gives you ammo. Next up, let's take a look at the seeker mine. So here's what we have, guys. We have extra mines, which means gives you extra additional mines. We got a +4 right there. We're definitely going to be keeping that one. We have another one that gives you healing. Remember, people sometimes use their seeker mine as far as a healing drone. I would keep it. I would keep this only if you use it as a healing device. But me personally, I don't, so I am going to discard that one. And then we have cooldown reduction. My tier 1 right here would definitely be one that gives you more mines, and you're going to look for something that gives you a cooldown reduction. That's going to be the key components when it comes to seeker mines. Those are the ones you want to make sure you're targeting and making sure that you actually keep them in your inventory. Because what's going to be beneficial in secret mines is going to be two things: how fast you're able to get them back, and number two, how many you're able to output when you're doing it. Usually I use my secret mines for tactical advantages and for doing damage. I hardly ever use them for any sort of heals unless I'm running a heal build. They're actually pretty good for heal builds, but as of right now, for me personally, I think damage is always going to trump anything. So I want to make sure I have my cooldown reduction. That means I'm getting them fast, and that I have additional ones to dish out when I am engaged in battles. And there you guys have it. That is the breakdown of your inventory management, knowing what to keep and what to delete. If you guys would like to see that video of the gear mods and which ones to keep and delete, make sure you guys drop a like on this video. Let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes so I can put that video out for you guys as quickly as I possibly can. I do hope you did find this video helpful and informative. If you did, guys, do me the huge favor: like this video, make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel, and hit that notification bell when you subscribe so you guys can know exactly when Division 2 videos go live. If you are already a subscriber, double check that you have that notification bell turned on so you guys can also know when Division 2 videos go live and come and check them out. If you ever want to stop by and watch amazing gameplay for the Division 2 or anything that's a loot and shooter, definitely consider following us over on Twitch. My Twitch link is down in the description. We stream quite frequently, so make sure you hit us with that follow so you guys can know exactly when we go live. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget WGATAP, and I will catch you guys on the next video.